Now, all of these modalities of intelligence, whether it is solving biology or solving math or solving coding and solving plasma control in nuclear reactors, are obviously in research mode and continue to progress. But there are going to be certain checkpoints, certain milestones that we'll take, and then we'll package that intelligence and then put it out in the market. And that is our Gemini model. So Gemini model is our multimodal model. What it means is that our foundational models coming from DeepMind and Google are the ones that kind of are trained on trillions of tokens with both images, audio, video, and text as inputs. And they can predict both image modalities and text modalities as outputs. And because these models are also have built-in reasoning, what it means is that they not only predict tokens, they can actually think like you, think like humans in predicting these tokens. These become really efficient models in solving most of the problems that we solve in our professional lives. And if you look at the benchmarks, again, Gemini 2.5 Pro is our latest model. It is the leading model across the industry, across all modalities. Now, I wanted to bring this up to show the progression, right? Like if you look at the most of the models in the market today, you see the top right corner, the clustering of the performance. So all of them, think of this is LMSys Chatbot Arena ELO score, which is kind of gives you two models are tested side by side by humans, and then humans kind of pick, okay, I like this model better versus that model better. When they are picking these human preferences, obviously they are looking at a lot of things, whether the model can do a human task, you can ask it to write an essay or a poem or solve a math problem. And also they are rating the stylistic control, like does it feel like a human? Does it feel like I can actually communicate, and does it understand, and so on and so forth. The clustering of all of these models at the top kind of shows that the reasoning models are performing at a similar rate across the board. Right? These are the new family of models. They bring in the reasoning, not just the plain predictions of tokens. So reasoning models are actually really beating the rest of the models. So that's number one. The second thing is, every single model that we are seeing today, whether it's coming from Google or Anthropic or OpenAI or Mistral or any other company that are producing these foundational models, we are also seeing an acceleration of their performance on capabilities, right? And this is, I picked this one example, but there are multiple dimensions of these examples. In this case, we are looking at a model solving PhD level science problems, right? A few years ago, I would have thought this would be an impossible task, but today, many models in the industry routinely cross human level performance as at PhD level science problems on a regular basis. So you can see again, number of models that cross the 70% human level, expert level performance in PhD level science. Then this graph shows another interesting pattern. This is not just about the performance, this is about how fast models are getting there. And if you look at the extreme right, you see a number of models that are really going up and to the right on a very fast curve. What it means is that in the last 2 to 3 years, the models have gone from being really poor in performing at human performance level, and now many of them are exceeding PhD level performance in math and science and coding and so on and so forth. And again, compare that with this long horizontal blue line at the top. That is our original VisionNet model. This is the image classification model that was built using the classic ML techniques versus the new deep reasoning models that we are being in this current generation. And you can see the acceleration of the progress that is happening at PhD human level. Now, while acceleration of this sort is happening across the board, we are also seeing something really interesting. And this graph shows the cost of tokens predicted by a model. So think of this as running this model by a cloud provider, or running this model on-prem on a GPU cluster. what you are seeing here is you are seeing the cost of AI come down really, really down. And the rate at which the cost is falling is also actually pretty good, because what it means is that AI is getting better and AI is getting also accessible.